Accounting Standard 10, Accounting for Fixed Assets. The following definitions are required in order to gain an understanding of property, plant and equipment. So that is what we are going to see, property, plant and equipment. We'll also see factors affecting cost of fixed assets. We'll touch base upon the accounting standards, fixed assets, and we'll also see the disclosures in this regard. So first it's property, plant and equipment. So what is a biological asset? Biological asset is a plant or a living animal. Now what is carrying amount? Carrying amount is the asset being recognized a value less depreciation and impairment costs. So cost is the amount spent in acquiring an asset at the time of acquisition of that asset. And carrying amount is the asset being recognized a value less depreciation and impairment costs. Now what is depreciable amount? Depreciable amount is the cost of an asset or amount substituted less its residual value. So components of cost comprises of cost of an item of fixed assets and includes purchase price, duties, mainly import duties, other taxes or levies which are non-refundable, and any costs incurred in bringing the asset to its working condition, less rebates and trade discounts. Now let us see what is factors affecting cost of fixed assets. The cost of fixed assets may change owing to price adjustments, exchange fluctuations, change of duties imposed, etc. Financing costs on fixed assets are not capitalized so long as those relate to a period after which they are put to use. However, financing costs are made part of gross book value of an asset if they are found relating to deferred credits or borrowed funds, amount spent in acquiring those assets. Administration and general overhead costs are included if they are involved at the time of acquiring of the asset. Expenditure incurred on experimental production and test run is capitalized. All expenses incurred between when a project is ready to commence to when it has actually started is charged to profit and loss account. Now these were the factors which affected costs of fixed assets. Now let us move on to the accounting standards in the case of fixed assets. The standard is recommendatory in character and should be applied whenever in accounting for property, plant and equipment when another accounting standard requires or permits a different accounting standard treatment. So it basically lays down the elements of cost that should form a part of book value of an asset that is used and purchased by an enterprise. So that is the basic use of this accounting standard. It's only recommendatory in character and should only be applied whenever in accounting for plant, property and equipment, when another accounting standard requires or permits this accounting standard. Now, about disclosures. It must include expenditures incurred, revalued amounts substituted for historical costs, as well as net and gross book values at the beginning and end of the year, and should clearly show additions, acquisitions, disposals and other asset related activities. So the main things which comes under disclosure is basically expenditure incurred, revalued amount substituted for historical costs, as well as net and gross book values at the beginning and end of the year. It should also show additions, acquisitions, disposals and other asset related activities. Thank you.